The Hampton Roadshow Kitchen, Chef Damon Armstrong is here. He's the lead culinary instructor from Stratford University's Newport News campus. Thanks very much to come cook on TV. Have you ever cooked on TV before?
No, this will be my first time.
But you've dealt with students all the time, so you've had to cook and talk before.
Yes.
I'm sure it'll go fantastic. Tell us what you're going to make.
Well, today we're going to have a pan-seared sea bass with a nice warm white bean relish.
Okay, a white bean relish.
White bean relish. So all the veggies that you want to pile in there, and on top of some nice pan rock fish. So I think it'll be nice.
It's in season. Lots of folks are cooking with rockfish, but to put a different twist in it, under it, it's all about the white bean relish. All right, that recipe and the how-to is coming up in just moments. All right, we are back in the Hampton Roadshow Kitchen. Chef Damon Armstrong from Stratford University's Culinary Instruction Division. He's the lead instructor there. We were talking about whether it's a cannellini bean or you might hear white northern bean.
Yeah.
Same bean, people. That's what we're using today, and your white bean relish for the rockfish.
Okay, so we're going to start that off with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter.
One thing that I've learned on this show is that a lot of chefs like to have the pan hot before they add the oil versus pouring the oil in and then heating it up.
Yeah, because you can't really get it to the right temperature. If you add the oil too soon, you'll never get it as hot as you need it for a nice saute. So we're going to infuse a little bit of this oil and olive oil and butter with a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion. Get that going.
That seems to be the base for so many good things.
Yeah.
Butter, garlic, onion, little olive oil.
We're going to go with our carrots because they take a little bit longer. Hitting under there, we got a little bit of celery. And so this white bean is all our veggies that's going to complement the dish.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of pepper, green pepper and red pepper.
And it kind of makes for a healthier dish,
Yeah, nice healthier dish.
I mean, you're getting a lot of protein in the beans, the vegetables, and, you know, people kind of want something to eat with the fish versus like potatoes or a rice or something.
It's great for the summertime, you know? And then we'll season. We got a nice little seasoned blend here of garlic and a little onion, a little sea salt.
Now, how much of this came from good old experimentation in the kitchen?
That's all it was.
That's all it was. All right. Well, you know, the best
just
things happen
spending time in the
sometimes.
kitchen.
What is this ingredient here?
And we got black sea salt. That's what we're going to season the rockfish with. So you're going to get the smokiness like right off the grill with the nice light flavor from the beans and a little bit of grated lemon, spinach, and tomato. So it's a really nice, straightforward dish.
Where does black sea salt come from?
Trick question. I'm not sure.
The guys in the back are saying the Black Sea. Maybe. I'll look that one up later.
Research that.
It's not like it matters, Damon. I'm just curious. All right, so in go the beans.
In go the beans. Then we're going to add a little chicken stock to this.
Now, did you rinse the beans off, or do you leave a little bit of what
just leave a little bit of the juices on there. A little bit of white wine.
Okay.
And then we're going to let that simmer away.
All right, home chefs, don't be afraid. There's a lot of ingredients here, but we're going to list them all on the Hampton Roadshow. We'll give the list of ingredients if you want to make the recipe at home. And the how-to will be there as well.
And we'll finish this with a little bit of spinach and a little bit of grape tomatoes.
The white wine smells good.
And that's the dish.
So you're not really looking for the spinach to wilt completely because you're throwing it in last?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
That's going to make it nice and refreshing.
Okay, and how do you serve the bean relish? Are you going to put it over the fish, or are you going to put the fish on top?
Fish right on top.
Right on top of it. Okay, so how much longer will this need in the pan?
Maybe till we reduce the juices down a little bit, let it all incorporate together.
Now, when you're teaching students, are you teaching people who are aspiring chefs, or just folks who want to be better cooks?
Well, we're getting students from all walks of life, you know, especially now with the economy the way it is. You know, people are changing career fields, and so I mean, we have students right out of high school to retired military to career switchers. So it's an amazing program that we got all these different backgrounds, and so.
Folks are always worried about what they're going to do when they're coming out of college, like you said, or maybe even high school. What would you tell people about being a professional chef if someone were thinking about it as a career?
Practice, practice, practice. The time you spend in the kitchen will make you a better cook, make you a better chef, and also just taking care of yourself. You know, it's a very demanding field, so you got to be fit and got to stay in shape, and so I mean, just watching the ingredients that you put in your own body
Yep.
will make you be more conscious of what you're serving your guests.
And you're on your feet
so,
a lot.
A lot, yeah. So
gotta be fit for it.
That's what I encourage our students to do, to look locally when you're thinking about ingredients and the importance of that, because that's what's driving our industry right now.
Right.
Consumers want it, and so we're training culinarians to be prepared to meet what's going on in the market. So it's exciting.
Okay,
Yeah.
it sounds it. All right, we're going to let that continue to cook down,
Yeah.
and when we come back with Damon, we'll start working on the fish part of our dish. Thanks very much. All right, I'm standing around with my arms folded in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen because I'm not the chef today. We've got Damon Stratford here from, Damon Armstrong. They haven't named it after you
No,
yet.
not yet.
Damon Armstrong is here as a culinary instructor from Stratford University in Newport News, working on a striped bass dish today. In the first segment, we made that white bean relish. If you missed it, don't worry about it because all the ingredients in the how-to will be online. But now it is time to cook this fish.
Okay, so we have our striped bass here, and we season it with our black sea salt.
Yeah.
And for this particular sea salt, it was laid out over wood and nuts, and then smoked, and then allowed to air dry. And so it's got the nice smoky flavor that you want off the grill in the summertime, but you don't want to fire the grill up. You can do it in one pan. So we're going to warm this pan
is
up.
that in stores?
Oh,
Black
yeah,
sea salt?
Yeah, it's in stores.
All right. Fancy stores?
Yeah, fancy stores.
Specialty
Yeah,
stores?
specialty stores.
All right.
Harris Teeter, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see. Now, you have a lot going on there. You've got some open houses coming up Tuesday, June 26th. Folks can come between 6 and 8 o'clock. And what's involved in the open house? What do you do there?
You have an opportunity to check out the facility, which is amazing. We have a very, very, very beautiful state-of-the-art facility, 4 brand new kitchens.
Okay.
And we also have different programs. We have health science programs, we have a business program, and an IT program.
Okay.
And so wonderful instructors, great culinary team. Chef Timothy McGee and Chef Jonathan Wilson has headed up our culinary department, and Dr. Bicey is our dean of academics. And so we just got a really great staff over at Stratford, and they get to come and check out our environment and our atmosphere for excellence. So it's great.
I don't want to keep you from cooking while I'm asking you questions, but I know you said folks can find out at the open house too when the next quarter of classes begin. It's July 30th if you think you'd like to take some cooking classes there, if you just want to become a better cook at home, or if you're thinking of pursuing a career as a chef. And Damon, you're also going to be out and about some of the farmers markets doing some demonstrations?
Yeah, we'll be headed out to the Port Warwick Farmers Market and the Yorktown Farmers Market once the students get their culinary skills up to par.
Yep.
So you'll see us trotting around on the peninsula, teaching different cooking techniques and working with some local farmers. So
well, you might see something at a farmer's market and say, well, I'd like to try this, turnip, but I don't know what to do with it, and then you'll be right there on the scene saying, hey, do this when you get home, cook it up this way, or use it.
And more importantly, the chefs, the young culinarians in training, they're learning how to develop a relationship with the local farmer. The new buzzword in culinary is local, local, local.
Right.
Well, what a great way to educate the next generation culinarians by actually getting out of the kitchen and into the marketplace, seeing what's really going on. So that's one aspect of the program that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Got a nice char on this side.
The folks at the farmers market in Norfolk were telling me one time about the process that's required for folks to become officially stamped as a USDA organic farm. They said it is lengthy and it's expensive, and a lot of your smaller farmers can't do it, can't afford it, but it doesn't mean that they're not growing organically. So it's important to get to those farmers markets. We can actually ask the farmer
get out there in the
about
market.
pesticides and things like that.
And rub shoulders, because that's what the customer wants. And so as a chef, it would be great if we could cook for ourselves, but unfortunately we have clients and guests that we have to cook for, and so we have to know what's going on.
Do you cook at home? Do you do a lot of cooking at home, or are you kind of over it by the time
No,
you're done?
I'm over it by the time I get home. No. So I try to enjoy my off time with trying to play basketball and working out and hanging out with my boys. So.
Well, you mentioned, you got to stay fit to stay on top of the, the game of life and to survive a kitchen sometimes.
It's a very demanding environment. You're working 50, 60 hours a week sometimes, just depending on your busy season. And so, as a chef, you have to be up to par.
It's not like a regular 9 to 5. It's
and
kind
it's
of
always
fits and
changing.
spurts.
It's up and down, up and down.
Yeah, exciting.
But if you
never boring.
if you love it and you're passionate about it, oh my God, it's not work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so.
All right, well, we're going to find out just how good Damon is in a few minutes when that fish comes out of the oven, and he's going to plate up with the white bean relish. Again, the ingredients and the how-to will be at thehamptonroadshow.com later on today. And don't forget, the next session of classes starts July 30th at Stratford University School of Culinary Arts and Hospitality Management. There's a Newport News campus off of J. Clyde Morris Boulevard, and if you want to find out more, you can go to stratford.edu or call toll-free 873-4235.